There is a woman every man remembers, a woman who lingers in his mind, long after she stops speaking to him, long after life moves him forward, long after he tries to replace her and realizes he can't. She is not unforgettable because she was perfect, but because she awakened something inside him that most women never touch: his depth, his vulnerability, his longing, his shadow, his desire to rise. This woman is not better than others. She is simply different, rooted, self-possessed, emotionally intelligent, mysterious, feminine, but above all, psychologically aware of herself. And that combination makes her rare. Today, I'm going to teach you how to be this woman. The woman a man is genuinely afraid to lose, not through games, not through manipulation, but through pure, sovereign feminine power integrated with deep psychological wisdom. Let's dive in. She knows herself, and that alone makes her magnetic. Carl Jung said, "The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are." A woman men fear losing is not just nice or pretty or available. She is self-aware. She understands her strengths, her wounds, her triggers, her desires. She has gone into her shadow, the parts of her that used to settle, beg, overgive, collapse, and she has alchemized them into power. She knows what she brings, what she will not tolerate, what kind of love her nervous system can hold, what kind of man she can thrive with. She is not confused about herself, and men find clarity intoxicating, because most people, men and women, are strangers to themselves. But this woman, she is a home within her own body. A woman grounded in her essence makes a man feel grounded too, and he fears losing that stability. She is soft but not weak, warm but not collapsible. The woman he is afraid to lose understands a timeless truth. Softness without boundaries becomes self-betrayal. Boundaries without softness become armor. She is the balance of both. Her softness makes him feel safe, seen, held. Her boundaries make him respect her. She can say, "No, that doesn't work for me," without shaking, without yelling, without collapsing, without over-explaining. Her energy says, "I will not punish you, but I will not abandon myself." This kind of woman activates a man's higher masculine integrity. He steps into strength around her. He becomes intentional with her. He chooses her with clarity, because she chooses herself with clarity. A man fears losing a woman who refuses to disappear into his life, but instead meets him as a whole, sovereign being. She has mystery, the kind that cannot be imitated. This is not be distant. This is not act busy. This is deeper. Jung says the feminine is inherently mysterious, not because she hides, but because she is layered. A woman men fear losing has inner worlds, curiosity, depth, wisdom, dark feminine intuition, dreams, ambitions, hobbies, desires, passions. She is not fully knowable in 1 month, or 1 year, or even one lifetime. She reveals herself slowly, organically, in a rhythm connected to her heart, not to his pressure. She shares herself by invitation, not performance. This mystery is not a tactic. It is the natural aura of a woman who is rich internally, not empty, bored, or waiting for a man to complete her life. Men fear losing women who feel like a journey, not a destination. A story still unfolding, a book he hasn't finished reading. The mystery is not about hiding. It's about having a soul worth discovering. She doesn't chase emotion, she creates emotional gravity. This woman is not needy, not anxious, not reactive, not demanding, but she is deeply felt. She doesn't need to chase someone to make them feel her presence. Her energy naturally pulls. How? Because she has emotional gravity. When she speaks, she is present. When she listens with her whole being. When she loves with softness and strength, not fear and desperation. She doesn't cling. She doesn't ask where things are going every week. She doesn't spiral when he needs space. She trusts herself. She trusts the connection she's building. She trusts her ability to walk away if it ever stops honoring her. Her calmness creates a psychological imprint on him. Her lack of chaos becomes addictive. Her emotional intelligence becomes irreplaceable. A man fears losing a woman who brings peace, not pressure, because peace is rare, and rarity creates value. She doesn't try to impress, she simply, as most women try. Try to sound perfect, try to be low maintenance, try to be the cool girl, try to appear desirable, but the woman he fears losing does not try. She is naturally magnetic because she lives in alignment with herself. She dresses for herself, she builds her career for herself, she heals for herself, she prioritizes her joy. She invests in her mind, her body, her soul. She is not performing for men, and that alone makes men drawn to her. Jung said, "The world will ask who you are, and if you do not know, the world will tell you." But she knows, and that self-possession radiates from her like a quiet fire. She understands men, and still chooses herself. This woman is emotionally intelligent. She understands. Men pull away when overwhelmed. Men move slower emotionally. Men show love through effort, not paragraphs. Men open up when they feel safe. Men withdraw when they feel controlled. Men return to peace, not pressure. She gets it, but she does not abandon herself to cater to it. She doesn't overextend. She doesn't mother him. She doesn't rescue him. She doesn't send 20 messages trying to calm her anxiety. She lets him come toward her. She lets him show effort. She lets him choose her, because she knows psychological truth. What you chase, you teach to run. What you choose, you teach to pursue. And men pursue women who respect themselves. She has standards, and she lives by them. Not as a performance, but as a lifestyle. She doesn't threaten to leave. She simply leaves if she must. She doesn't punish, she withdraws her energy. She doesn't beg, she expresses, then detaches. Her standards are not rigid walls, they are pathways to deeper respect, deeper connection, deeper intimacy. A man fears losing her because she doesn't accept emotional laziness. She doesn't reward bare minimum. She doesn't tolerate breadcrumbing. She is the kind of woman a man must rise for. And when he does, the relationship becomes sacred instead of draining. She is fully feminine, but she is never submissive to disrespect. Her feminine energy is a gift, not a vulnerability. She is nurturing, but not to those who take advantage. She is soft, but not to those who hurt her. She is gentle, but not to those who exploit her. Her femininity is power, not weakness. She knows how to receive, love, care, protection, affection, support. But she also knows how to walk away when receiving turns into tolerating. This balance makes her unforgettable, because too many women are either all softness, overgiving, or all boundaries, overprotecting. But she is both, and that makes her rare. She knows the difference between desire and attachment. This woman knows. Desire says, "I want you." Attachment says, "I can't live without you." She never confuses the two. She can desire deeply without losing herself. She can feel attraction without chasing validation. She can fall in love without surrendering her self-respect. Men fear losing her because she is emotionally sovereign. Her love is pure, her connection is real, but her identity remains her own. She can walk away, and that is her superpower. This is the ultimate truth. A man fears losing the woman who can both love him deeply and leave him gracefully. She doesn't use threats. She doesn't create drama. She simply knows her worth. She knows. Her heart is valuable. Her energy is expensive. Her presence is a blessing. Her love is medicine. Her time is sacred. And she knows this so deeply that if a man disrespects her, or minimizes her, or tries to breadcrumb her, she can walk away. Not to punish, not to manipulate, but because her soul cannot shrink to fit small love. And when she walks away, she leaves something unforgettable behind. The realization that he will never meet another woman like her. Because she didn't try to be unforgettable, she became unforgettable by choosing herself every single day. Closing message. To be the woman they are afraid to lose, you don't need perfection. You need presence. You don't need to be cold. You need clarity. You don't need to play games. You need self-respect. You don't need to be dominant. You need boundaries. You don't need constant reassurance. You need inner grounding. And you don't need to chase love. You need to embody it. A woman in her dark feminine power, in her psychological wisdom, in her emotional sovereignty, is not replaceable. She is one of one. And every man who meets her feels the gravity of her presence long after she is gone. That is the woman they fear losing. And you are becoming her. If you like the video, kindly press like button and hit subscribe button.